Welcome to the final DVD in the series, DVD 6. We're calling this the Yawarabo penetration system. The Yawarabo is a very, very ancient weapon, also known as the lady staff out in Japan. We probably in the West know it more as the Kubotan, which is like a generic name for it, same as Hoover was for a suction cleaning machine. There are various versions. Now, the law has changed recently, and I'm going to stress this. And it was because of Dyer, the actor, who apparently attacked someone with one of these. As it stands, one like this, I'm using this as a key chain holder. It has a flat end. The one, as the law stands now, if you have a pointy end one, unfortunately now that is illegal. Benefit of this. If you think about the problem with a lot of self-defense weaponry, especially for women, the problem is they keep it in their handbag. Now, to be honest, if my wife found up her handbag and had a gibbon bouncing around in it, she wouldn't find it for some time, let alone a small self-defense weapon. You know, women, just put loads of stuff in there. This is a great tool to have because it won't fit in my pocket normally, so if I'm walking around, I've got it accessible and in my hand. So as a keychain, the first thing I can do, it's accessible, it's in my hand. What's the first thing I do? I can use it as a flail. Just whipping that across the face. And it's going to hurt. It's not going to maim probably, it's not going to knock them out probably, but it will give me, if Daryl's coming in at me, I slash that into the face, it's going to give that sort of, what would you call that? Sort of flinch response to it. Bam, and then I'm in with other techniques, all using the harder end of it. That's fine. The main thing about that is accessibility. Or have I got a bit of dowling in my pocket? This is probably the safest way to carry this. Now, in Japan this was called the Yawarabo. And according to legend, this small weapon, although it did have points on the end, was responsible for more deaths of the samurai than actually on the battlefield. And this was by women. They would hold it up in their sleeves, withdraw it, very, very concealable. Or, you can hold that. Could it just be your pen? Anything like this can be used as the Yawarabo, Kubotan, lady staff, whatever you want to call it. We've also had great success with using the sort of big markers you would tend to use on whiteboards. Now, for Daryl's sake, I'm going to use the dowling. As a rule of thumb, the length of this to suit you would be from the thumb to the tip of the finger. That will give you the optimum result for yourself. If the police stop you, well, I've just got, I'm going to do some DIY at home. I had this in my pocket because that's the right diameter. The diameter isn't really important. I like one about this thick, about a pen thickness. This is a very short DVD because really it's going to be about you trying it yourself and see what works for you. But I'm just going to give you some ideas, I hope. First one we're going to work on is from a grab. So if you can use that and just get that hand out of the way. Now, first thing I can do, I can use this as a stabbing weapon. Now, where a lot of people make the mistake, they grab it like this, they strike, and you can imagine that just comes out the end. So what we've got to do is to cap it off here. So it becomes like a really bad stab. And think of all the meridians we've gone over. I can stab it into here. I can stab it into here. Now, what happened there accidentally was, instead of stabbing it with the end, I caught Daryl just with the edge there. So there's a different sort of weapon we can use on that one. Put it into the bicep, put it into there. It's horrible. Problem with that is I'm just going to get a reaction. And I'm not hitting hard. Let's look at the control. I'm going to run this along the nerve on the wrist. I'm going to put my thumbs underneath. Let me just turn to see that, yeah? Perhaps about there, I would guess I can see. Thumbs underneath to control, and I'm going to press into the nerve. Let go now! Very, very easy. Now, if you can just leave your arm there, okay? If I roll this Watch the difference. Now, you can see immediately, you know, it's how effective that is. Now, part of the reason I asked Al to let go was by him grabbing, that tension is going to make it hurt even more. Okay? I'm going to do this slowly. I'm going to put this on a little bit higher up this time here. Now, I'm sorry. This time I'm going to put it right in the crevice. Each time, as you can see, it's getting worse. And I'm going to use it in a different application. I'm going to use it as a fulcrum for a wrist lock. Now I'm going to do this really slowly. Just go with me, yeah? And down he goes. What would happen if I put the roll up into that? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you into Kotegaeshi, okay? So just take those off for a second. That'll be a little bit easier. Thank you. So he's grabbed. Don't grab me hard. Here, I'm going to roll this down. Take it into here. Now, I can promise you I've got full control of him here. If he starts to struggle, stop it now. I can roll him over. I can drop my weight down here and take the shoulder, perhaps even out of the rotator cuff. It could not be any simpler.